Here we have a ceremonial marker erected by everyone's favorite traitors to humanity, the Freemasons. Can we give them a round of applause? Now, settle down. Come on, they're just like us. Only dirtbags. Alright, so here we go. We're looking at this webcam footage. I'll leave the link in the description. We're looking from February 2012 all the way to April 2014. Start at this one here, and let's watch the shadow as it does its 360, proving the globe. Or maybe not. We can watch the shadows on all these webcam videos, and we can see that never do the shadows complete a 360-degree turn. In fact, never is there a video of an entire day. We could look up here and see at the time that it will go through in 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, then it will skip to 10 for no reason. Remember, these are the webcam videos supposedly for the purpose of showing us the 24-hour sun at the South Pole. And we can see that the sun goes by the horizon there, right to left. But does the sun go behind us? So watch these shadows and you'll see them start, grow, and then skip. Start, grow, and skip. So what they're showing us is proof of absolutely nothing other than the fact that they have edited these webcam videos. You may also notice that these shadows start long, then become short in the middle, and then go long again, which would be the case on a flat Earth map where the sun is coming from your northeast and far away, which would cause a long shadow. As it passes the horizon, it would be even with you and cause a short shadow, and as it leaves, heading off to your northwest, it would again cause a long shadow. But one thing should be evident, that these are all edited and cut. So again, you can watch the sun as it comes from your northeast, across the horizon, and then takes off to the northwest. The sun does not go behind us as would be required in a 360-degree sun path around the southern continent. Clearly, this shows us, if anything, that trickery is afoot. And this is not just one of the months, this is not just 2 of the months, it's not just 5 of the months. This is every month that they have a webcam video for. They have edited and cut out part of the day. And these are during the main months, which are January, December, and November, the southern summer. In this video, let's watch this green flag down below. You'll see it starting around maybe 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rotates around to about 2 o'clock, and then resets. Rotate around, reset. This is obviously a lie. This is obviously not what's going on. Why don't we get to see the sun do a 360-degree turn around the southern continent? Now remember, this would be pretty good evidence and proof of the globe, because it doesn't work on a flat Earth to see the sun go around the southern continent. However, on a globe, it is something that should be really evident and should be seen in every single summer video from the South Pole. But again, watch the flag. It'll start around 8 o'clock, rotate around until it gets to 2, and then reset and start over. This should be a huge eye-opener. Should be something that screams to you, fraud, fake, set up, contrived. This is not what we would see if the sun went around the southern continent. So now let's think. If the globe requires a certain phenomenon, and it is required for 6 months of the year, and every single year, what sense would it make if we never get to see that phenomenon? Use your head here. What would that mean? To me, it means that it simply isn't the truth. That it isn't the case. We don't see what we're supposed to see. So what else are we supposed to surmise besides that what we're told is not the truth? We could look up here and watch the time, and you'll see we're at January 14th, and the time goes 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 21, 22, 23, 24, 1, 2, 3, 10, 11. So, watch the times. Again, the link to these webcam time-lapse videos is in the description. You can go watch them all yourself and see that you have been terribly fooled. Now, if we watch these shadows here on this purple flag, you'll see what I'm talking about the shadow starting out extremely long, getting extremely small, and then getting extremely long again, which again makes no sense on a globe model, makes all the sense on a flat earth model, because the sun is coming from your northeast and far away, causing a long shadow, then it crosses the horizon, causing a short shadow, and then escapes to the northwest, which would again cause another long shadow. So, I would love it if somebody, anybody, would tell me what reason could they possibly have for editing these webcam time-lapse videos in such a manner. Why not show us one complete day where the shadow simply does a complete circle? In fact, they should be able to show us probably at the very minimum 2 months straight. That's 60 days or more, where the sun does nothing but circle the southern continent. In fact, it's supposed to be more. But at the very least, this is at Amundsen Scott South Pole Station. There should be non-stop continuous shadows circling these flags. But is that what we get? Or do we get cut up and contrived fake webcam footages? Or at least edited? This is just a quick diagram in case you don't quite understand what I'm saying about the shadows changing from long to short to long. If you think of the sun starting in your upper right here, its shadow would cause a long shadow of the stick that you see on the left. And as the sun moves to the left, when it's in the middle there, it would cause a short shadow, which is right in front of us on the bottom. And as it continues off to the northwest, which is on your upper left, that sun would cause a long shadow on the right, on the bottom right. And that's what I'm talking about when I say that the shadows grow from long to short to long. So, I emailed the head of the Australian Antarctic Division there, and she wrote back and basically said that the webcams at their Antarctic stations are subject to very limited internet connections, and frequent interruptions and dropouts are commonplace as the outages due to weather are extreme. Very slow bandwidth means we are unable to have constant streaming video. The time lapses you see on our site are stitched together from photos generated every 15 minutes, and basically saying that there'd be no way that they could have data from a whole entire day. Just taking a look at Mawson Station's current time lapse, for example, the images are being recorded overnight, and nothing appears to be missing. If you do notice anything absent on any of our webcams, please let us know the specifics so we can investigate any potential faults, or even maybe restore images where possible. So I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Why don't you have complete day's videos? You're cutting them yourself. So I wrote back, and she responded with, "Hi Jaron, I've spoken to our web manager, who was not available earlier. He let me know that some frames are actually missing by design. Because the webcams were set up so long ago, he had forgotten about a script he had written to omit frames that are mostly all black to save on space, bandwidth, and overall quality of the video. Chunks of time with just black screens are a bit of a waste," he said, "that if there is any reasonable light source in the image, then the image would not be omitted, and that the missing frames are based only on the amount of light in the image. Thanks for your email. We will now add this to the FAQ for future webcam visitors." And if you can't tell, this is complete and total horseshit, because what we were just looking at was the summer months when there is no night. It's supposed to be 24 hours of sun going around. Why are those images omitted? So I said, "Jen, I still think you aren't quite understanding what I'm saying. If you have time-lapse webcam footage from the Amundsen Scott base, then why is there no 24-hour sun video? You guys have cut and edited every single video. Why? It makes no sense with your answers below about black screens. Please explain. For example, watch all videos for November, December, January, 2011, 2012, 2013. And the most recent email, which came earlier this week, said, "Hi Jaron, the Amundsen Scott Station is an American facility, and for all inquiries regarding their webcam footage, you need to contact them. The information and explanation that Jen provided below still applies to ours. Kind regards, Denise." So I have emailed all the people at the NOAA and the NSF, and we were waiting to see if they've got anything new to say besides just the same nonsense responses. So again, I've sped up this camera footage just a little bit to get you some more views of these time-lapse footages, but it's all much of the same. You'll see shadows going halfway around and then resetting. You can watch the time in every single video to see that never is a whole day played. Sometimes it actually appears that the shadow comes very close to doing some sort of a 360-degree turn, but regardless, you can look at the time and see that at minimum 8 to 10 hours is cut out of every video. So how could the shadow even be coming close to doing a 360 if you're cutting out a third or more of the day? Again, this is good evidence here. If you watch the purple flag start out very long, then it gets short as it goes in front of you, and then becomes long as it resets and starts over. So as I said, even if you watch that little igloo on the left, it may look really close to a 360-degree turn, but by looking at the time, 10 hours are cut out of that day. That just tells me that these have been edited. So, these are not accurate portrayals of reality. Again, the biggest and most obvious point here is that if it was a globe that we live on, then what they are trying to show us would be 1, easy, 2, occurred daily, and 3, plainly evident. And it is none of those. It looks like they're trying to cut it up. It looks like they're trying to portray something that isn't actually happening. And it looks like they're trying to fool us. Let's pay attention to something here. Watch this shadow as it rotates towards the upper left of the screen, and notice that the shadow in this video coincides with the sun, not the opposite as would be required by, physics and optics. The shadow should be opposite of the sun, not rotating in tandem with it. Again, more evidence of extreme trickery, extreme editing. They're simply trying to sell us something that isn't reality. So, how much more will it take for these globe believers to stop in their tracks and just think, you know what? This is strange. And to stop making excuses for liars who have been deceiving humanity for hundreds of years. Because we've still got the same people, and you know who I'm talking about, who will watch this footage after that webcam, and will still believe in NASA and in science and believe that we would never be lied to, all because they're afraid of the implications. Well, it's time to face facts, and the facts say that we're being lied to. So, you can keep making excuses. You can keep just calling me names, put your hateful comment in the comment section. You can keep thinking that there's no way we could have been lied to. You can keep thinking that people have known that we live on a globe for thousands of years. You can keep bowing to those who deceive the world, and you can keep fighting on behalf of your handlers who are laughing at us all for 2 reasons. 1, because they have fooled the world, and 2, because you argue on their behalf. That is pretty funny, to have convinced people of a lie so strongly that you have the people who are lied to defending those liars and arguing on their behalf. It's time we wake up and see what's right in front of our face, and that's evident and evidence of something other than the globe we were all taught. If it's a globe, then someone show me the 6 months of video footage of the shadows doing a 360-degree turn at the South Pole Station. Should be easy, should be in abundance, should be evident, and should be all over the place. Yet we find none. And yet you will still sit there and argue on these clowns' behalf. So show me the evidence of this 24-hour sun. Show me the time-lapse videos that should be in abundance yet can't be found anywhere. Now, you may find a video out there somewhere that shows 1 day of the sun doing something like a 360-degree turn, but where are they in abundance? Here's a video someone sent me. I don't want to use it for copyright reasons, so I have a link in the description below. and I'll point out 3 things for you to watch when watching this video. I'm sure you've actually seen this video before, the one with the watch in the lower left-hand corner. But take a look first at the shadows, or the lack thereof, of these mountains. Then look at the shadows of these poles or sticks off in the distance. And lastly, look at the shadow of this huge mountain. And finally, watch the sun rays that come from this sun and tell me this is reality. Now, someone is clearly playing stupid here, folks. We're told and taught as youngsters that Antarctica is a continent on the globe bottom, and we've just looked at tons of time-lapse footage, and in every single video, someone has cut out and removed the one damn thing anyone would want to see. Can anyone explain this? Can anyone explain this lack of evidence? Does it make any sense at all? Any at all? Does it? The sphere with a south pole makes no sense, does it? A plane doesn't dip for the curvature, does it? It's concrete. The globe model has no truth, does it? So anyway, anyone got any good ideas of what to do with this globe model?
Body bag! Yeah!